Rob, it's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
Seppo's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 5:06.062. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
Let's talk rubber. Tire pressures ain't just about pumping 'em up and hitting the road. It's like a fine art.
Couldn't have said it better. Tire pressures can dramatically impact the contact patch, the actual bit of tire touching the tarmac. Too high and you lose temperature and grip, too low, and you risk overheating, uneven wear or even a blowout. Each tire will have its own sweet spot where they grip best.
These practices, mate, they're like a kangaroo finding its best hop. Once you've got it, you're unstoppable.
Couldn't have put it better. Finding the perfect launch is all about repetition and adjustments.
Alright, Wayne Pearson has put down a 144.762. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that Escort.
For sure, Rob, it's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
Eddie G posted a 341.815 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Seppo posted 142.155 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Seppo is on their out lap. And there goes Raimo Pedersen, currently in position 2. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result.
You're spot on, Rob. Raimo Pedersen's current position of second is a testament to their skills and determination. Now, they face the challenge of maintaining their position against hungry rivals.
Impressive work from Megasaurus 55, who has claimed third on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position. Chris Ilduke has secured a respectable 7th in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance? What a fantastic... Raimo Pedersen has completed their outlap. Raimo Pedersen has completed their outlap. Megasaurus 55 has put in a great effort and currently holds third. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position? Megasaurus 55 has completed their outlap. Chris Ilduke has positioned themselves well in 5th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start. There are just over 10. O'Hagan has completed their outlap. Mike has completed their outlap. It's an impressive showing by Wayne Pearson, currently in 4th. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher? Wayne Pearson has completed their first flying lap in 1:44.511. What a performance from Megasaurus 55. They currently occupy 8th on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot? Megasaurus 55's really showing what they're made of, landing in 3rd during this nail-biting session.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about precision and nerve in qualifying. Every millisecond can make a difference on the grid. Let's see if they can squeeze out even more speed.
Currently in 6th, Wayne Pearson has displayed promising speed. Looks like Wayne Pearson needs to put the pedal to the metal. That last lap times landed them in 6th. Not where they'd want to be, especially with the session ticking away.
True, Rob. It's all about incremental gains. Every tenth of a second counts, and they've got to squeeze every bit of performance out of that Ford Escort.
Incredible drive by Roll Postma so far, earning him 7th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up? Roll Postma's got their work cut out for them in 6th. Perhaps adjusting the gear ratios for better acceleration could help knock off a few tenths.
You're on the money, Rob. On a track with this many tight turns, quicker acceleration out of the corners could be key to a faster lap time.
A strong showing from D-Max as there's a real buzz in the air as Raimo Pedersen secures 1st.
Right you are, Rob. They've put themselves in a solid spot, but they can't let up now. Staying smooth and focused is key to shaving off those extra fractions. It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Mike has just completed that lap in 1:40.729. Their best lap so far is 1:40.729, putting them in P3. Will they be able to hold on to that spot? There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. It's a stellar performance from Wayne Pearson, clinching 4th.
They're in a great spot, Rob, but in qualifying, complacency can be your worst enemy. They need to keep pushing the limits while staying cool under pressure. Every fraction of a second counts. I am sure they can find a little extra in there.
There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Impressive work from Eddie G, who has claimed 5th on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position.
Absolutely, Rob. Eddie G has shown great potential to secure 5th. It's now a matter of channeling that momentum into a strong performance during the race.
Eddie G will be happy having put themselves into 5th in this qualifying session. A solid qualifying performance by Wayne Pearson, positioning them in 4th at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners. With Wayne Pearson now sitting pretty in 4th, they have got to be feeling good.
True, but in the world of racing, good isn't always good enough. They've got to keep their eye on the prize and aim for perfection on every turn.
And there goes Jerry Yu, currently in position 10. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result.
Great analysis, Rob. Jorg Yu has shown excellent pace to secure 10th. Now, the focus shifts to whether they can use their track position to their advantage in the race.
Seems like Jerry Yu's struggling to find the sweet spot with their Alfa Romeo GTAM. Sitting in 10th with a time of 1:47.312, they might want to consider adjusting the suspension setup for better handling.
Yeah, tuning the suspension could improve cornering stability, Rob. It's all about finding that balance between agility and stability on a technical track like this.
Megasaurus 55 has put in a great effort and currently holds 6th. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position? It hasn't been the best qualifying session for Puppy Dog from Hell so far. They find themselves in 11th position, which is not where they had hoped to be. However, there's still time left on the clock, and they have the opportunity to make improvements.
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Puppy Dog from Hell is facing a tough challenge, but they are known for their fighting spirit. This qualifying session is a test of their character, and I believe they have what it takes to overcome this setback.
Impressive display by Jerry Yu, currently sitting in position 10. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position. What a performance from Eddie G. They currently occupy 5th on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot? Currently in 2nd, Seppo has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position. Jerry Yu has positioned themselves well in 10th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start.
Absolutely, Rob. Jorg Yu has put in a remarkable effort to secure 10th. The competition is fierce, and they'll need to stay focused to defend their position.
It's an impressive showing by Megasaurus 55, currently in 6th. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher? Incredible drive by D-Max so far, earning him 8th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up? DMAX's last lap at 1:45.483 has them languishing in 8th. Time slipping away, and they need to find some magic on the track.
Absolutely, Rob. It's crunch time, and they've got to push that Alfa Romeo GTAM beyond its limits if they want to claw back into the top 5.
A strong showing from D-Max as they currently sit in 8th. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve. Raimo Pedersen has got the inside track starting from pole position.
But they will have to be smart about their moves. They must not burn out too early.
Starting just behind the front runners in 2nd place is the determined driver, Seppo. In 3rd place, we have Mike O'Hagan.
Could we see a podium result from O'Hagan?
Lining up in 4th is Wayne Pearson. The 5th place on the grid belongs to Eddie G, a driver with plenty of experience.
I think we are all looking forward to seeing what Eddie G can do from here.
In the middle of the pack, we have Megasaurus 55 starting from the 6th position on the grid. Roll Postma will be looking to gain ground quickly as they start from 7th on the grid.
They'll be looking for a clean race.
The 8th starting position belongs to D-Max, who will be looking to make up ground early on.
Expect some battling with Roel Postma.
Sitting in 9th is Chris Ilduke. Jerry Yu is placed in 10th. Starting from 11th on the grid is a tough ask for Puppy Dog from Hell, but they're up for the challenge.
They have the talent to make their way to the front of the pack.
Dennis Schramm is lining up 12th. Lights gone, the gloves are up, and bloody oath, it's game on.
With hearts racing and engines roaring, they've got to be smarter than the average bear to navigate this here minefield.
Is there a better sight than a field of elite racing drivers battling for position? Establishing an early advantage will be crucial to the outcome of this race. As the drivers get this race underway, let me give a shout out to the admin team at Assetto Corsa friends for making this all possible. Heroes one and all. It's like Megasaurus 55 started with a flat tire, slipping down the order right from the get-go. It's brilliant to see such a full grid here today. A strategic misstep perhaps? Raimo Pedersen's place has shifted to 4th. The plot thickens. Gee whiz, Raimo Pedersen is breathing down Wayne Pearson's neck. Wouldn't want to be in Wayne Pearson's rearview mirror right now. It's getting crowded. It's an intense battle for position as Megasaurus 55 tries to outmaneuver D-Max. This is edge of your seat racing. Chris Duke wants to get into Eddie G slipstream. Whoa there, Megasaurus 55 is sticking to D-Max like glue. You reckon DMAX is feeling the pressure? Cause I sure would.
This is the moment where legends are made. These drivers will go down in history as the ones who fought tooth and nail for the top spot.
Things are getting spicy as D-Max is breathing down Megasaurus 55's neck. The gap? Mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them. The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this. A great pass for Raimo Pedersen as they pick off other drivers and move up the field. Meanwhile, Wayne Pearson has lost ground. Wayne Pearson wants to close that gap with Dennis Schramm.
Can they make it past without taking the paint off?
It's like watching two predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce.
The slightest mistake from either driver could lead to a meeting with the barriers, and nobody wants an impromptu autograph session with the wall.
It's a battle of wills out there, each driver trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the other. Great driving from Raimo Pedersen, who has just gained a place and moved up to 3rd. This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit.
With the way Dennis Schramm is stalking Raimo Pedersen, you'd think they're trying to figure out what they had for breakfast this morning.
Oi, jury, you might want to chuck a UEY. With Puppy Dog from Hell that close, you'd think you owed them money. And between us, I know a bit about that.
Reminds me of the Friday night dances back home. Jorg Hughes trying to lead the dance, but Puppy Dog from Hell's stepping on those heels.
Breaking alert, this is a disaster for Jerry Yu in the Alfa Romeo GTAM coming into the pits and isn't going to do much to improve their chances in this race.
That's not where they want to be right now.
It's a close race between Dennis Schramm and Raimo Pedersen in third.
This is where the mental game comes into play. Who will keep their cool under pressure? Dennis Schramm or Raimo Pedersen? It's anyone's race.
Oh, this is getting intense. Megasaurus 55 is just behind Roll Postma. Hold on to your hats. Dennis Schramm is gunning for Raimo Pedersen. Reckon we might see some cheeky moves on the next bend? Alright, hold your horses. Eddie G is really putting the heat on Puppy Dog from Hell. If I were Puppy Dog from Hell, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop. The action is non-stop as Seppo shadows Raimo Pedersen through every twist and turn, determined to claim second.
Mate, if I had $1 for every time Seppo looked like overtaken, I'd be sipping mojitos on a beach right now.
This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion and claim victory?
If things go wrong between Eddie G and Puppy Dog from Hell, they could be exchanging more than just paint, like maybe a strongly worded post-race chat.
It's pedal to the metal for Eddie G, while Puppy Dog from Hell's still flipping through the radio channels. I've been analysing races for quite some time, and the sheer endurance of these drivers never ceases to amaze me.
Couldn't agree more. It's not just about physical stamina but mental fortitude. To stay sharp, lap after lap, especially with so many variables at play, it's a testament to their dedication and skill.
You reckon Seppo's rearview is just filled with Dennis Schramm now?
Oh, without a doubt. That's a sight no driver wants in their mirrors.
Geez, Puppy Dog from Hell's on Ed Egg's tail like a dunny door in a thunderstorm. But passing? That's another kettle of fish.
In the dance of speed and power, Eddie G is leading, and Puppy Dog from Hell's trying to catch the rhythm. But today, the tune's being set by the one in front.
The intensity is off the charts as Dennis Schramm hounds Seppo, both drivers pushing themselves to the absolute limit. Big gains for Dennis Schramm as they move up the field, leaving Seppo behind. Blimey, the talent on the track today is like watching kangaroos on steroids.
Yeah, and just like those kangaroos, these drivers can really hop into action. You reckon they've got a pocket full of secrets?
Things are getting spicy now, as Dennis Schramm and Seppo look to battle it out for third place.
Every time Dennis Schramm checks that mirror, they've got to be thinking strategy.
Spot on. It's like a chess match at 300 kilometers per hour. It's a thrilling pursuit as Seppo is right behind Dennis Schramm, keeping the pressure on for third place. Seppo is on a charge. Their split time shows they have upped their pace.
Can Seppo keep it together?
We are used to seeing some hard-fought but clean racing here at Assetto Corsa, friends. I'm expecting to see nothing different here today as this race unfolds. Jury used so far off pace, they might be better off in a hearse. At least then someone would be pushing from behind. Alright, lads and ladies, it's crunch time. Seppo is sniffing around Dennis Schramm like a dog with a bone. And it looks like they might just take a bite out of third. You know, Hal, it's been a relatively quiet race so far.
That's right, Rob. The drivers seem to be pacing themselves and waiting for the right moment to make their move.
Oh no, what's this? Oh, Jerry, you went off track. I know the feeling, just like my diet every weekend.
I swear, Jorg Hughes acting like they found Elvis off track. Spoiler. The king ain't there.
No room for error here. Seppo is breathing down the neck of Dennis Schramm, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move. The gap between D-Max and Megasaurus 55 is razor thin as they vie for 7th in this nail-biting breaking alert. Struth, Chris Ildukes having a real dog's breakfast of a moment.
Seems like Chris Ildukes off-roading it. You know, like my attempts to adult. All over the place.
This is what high-octane racing looks like. Seppo is breathing down the neck of Dennis Schramm, not giving him any room to relax. I tell you what, Seppo has got more problems than a maths book right now. Dennis Schramm is leaving them in a cloud of dust. It looks like Megasaurus 55 is in control. They're ahead of D-Max by over a second, and it doesn't look like they're going to be challenged anytime soon.
That's right, Megasaurus 55 is showing some great form and it looks like DMAX won't be able to catch up, barring any mistakes.
Megasaurus 55 is really belting along the track, leaving D-Max struggling to keep pace.
That's right, Rob, if DMAX doesn't pick up the pace, they might as well be moving at a snail's pace. That's exactly what Megasaurus 55 needed to do.
A great moment for Megasaurus 55, who has just gained a place and moved up the standings. There's no escape now. D-Max is breathing fire and has locked onto Megasaurus 55's tail.
It's like watching a hawk circling its prey, waiting for the right moment to swoop.
A brilliant maneuver from D-Max, who has just moved up the field.
Amazing stuff, focus and precision, what it's all about.
If I had $1 for every time Raimo Pedersen closed a gap like this, I'd have enough for a pint at the local. Get ready, Mike, the thunder from down under is coming. Blimey, Raimo Pedersen's cranking up the downforce, making every newton of force count. That gap's shrinking faster than my wallet at the pub. In a world where milliseconds matter, Jury Yu's grasp on the 11th speaks volumes.
They say racing's a game of nerves, and Jorg Yu's surely holding theirs, keeping that 11th spot warm.
Crikey, Jury Yu's flat out like a lizard drinking, pulling away from Seppo with quite a clip.
You ain't whistling Dixie, Rob. Jorg Yu's putting on a show that's sure to keep the crowd on the edge of their seats.
I think we just got time for a quick shout out to our human creators, Dave, Andy, John and Nigel, who have put so much effort into making this possible.
Yes, it's been a real thrill ride, and I for one can't wait to see what's coming next.
Apparently we are going to be announcing crashes and incidents soon. Let's hope they get the logic right. Looks like Chris Ilduke is trying to chase down Puppy Dog from hell, but right now it feels a bit like my attempts at dieting. A lot of hard work with slow results. Looks like Chris Ilduke remembered to twist that anti-roll bar, giving him better cornering. If they get any closer to Puppy Dog from hell, they'll be seeing what they had for brekkie. Blimey, Megasaurus 55's gunning it in 6th. Just a whisker behind Roll Postma. Hope he's got his budgie smugglers on, cause things are about to get wet and wild. It looks like Megasaurus 55 is making a move. The gap to Roll Postma is now down to 0.7 seconds.
Megasaurus 55's suspension setup's really letting them carry speed into the apex, catching up to Roel Postma like molasses in winter.
The gap between Jury Yu and Seppo is not insurmountable, but it's going to take a mistake from Jury Yu to bring Seppo into play. Oh no, Hal, look at this. Seppo is closing in on Jury Yu. The gap is now just 14.7 seconds. This is what it's all about, folks. Megasaurus 55 is in hot pursuit of Roll Postma, who's just trying to stay ahead.
Can they close up enough for a pass? I don't see it personally.
It's not looking good for Megasaurus 55. They are still behind Roll Postma and the gap is increasing. They are gonna need to dig a bit deeper to turn this around. I reckon Mike's bumper sticker must read, "You can look, but you can't pass." Raimo Pedersen's getting a good read of it for sure. Tough break for Mike, who has just lost a position.
Now ain't that something? Mike's got a bit of a wrinkle in their plan, but they'll iron it out, mark my words.
Wow, Megasaurus 55 is really pushing hard to catch up to Roll Postma. There's blood in the water for 5th place. It's starting to look like we might get a battle between Megasaurus 55 and Roll Postma.
Now this is what we call real racing. It's anyone's race, wide open as a Carolina sky.
Wait, looks like Roll Postma is testing the off-road capabilities of their ride.
Dang, Roel Postma's swerving around like me chasing a sale at the car parts store. Always ends up being a wild ride.
With every twist and turn, Mike is shadowing Raimo Pedersen, waiting to pounce like a lion on the hunt.
It's a game of strategy now as Mike hunts down Raimo Pedersen. Yes, it's all about choosing the right moments to push and when to conserve energy, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike.
Gee whiz, Mike's getting some solid torque out of those corners. They must have figured out the perfect throttle control while trail braking. It may seem like Seppo is far behind, but Jury Yu can't afford to let their guard down. One mistake could give Seppo an opening to catch up. Good on ya, Mike. Incident alert. Oi, Mike tried to pull a Steve Irwin and wrestle with the track limits. Track 1, Mike 0.
Gee whiz, Mike's lost direction faster than I lost my youth. Welcome to the club.
The tension is building as Mike trails behind Dennis Schramm. The gap is slowly but surely decreasing, and the pressure is mounting. Can Dennis Schramm hold on, or will Mike O'Hagan be able to close them down?
Well, shoot, if Mike O'Hagan was any more laid back, they'd be horizontal. Reckon they're daydreaming of those cheerleaders again?
Even though Chris Ilduke is a fair way behind Puppy Dog from Hell, they can't afford to let their guard down. Puppy Dog from Hell is still vulnerable to mistakes. Things are heating up as Eddie G closes in on D-Max. The gap between them is down to practically nothing.
At this rate, Eddie G and DMAX are so close, they could share a cup of tea and a biscuit.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. Seppo is proper nipping at Jury Yu's heels. Are they thinking of making a lunge? Only time will tell.
When I was racing, we had a saying, if you're not living on the edge, you're taking up too much space. Seppo is definitely living on the edge today.
It's like David versus Goliath out there. Seppo just slung a stone and gained ground, while Jury Yu is left searching for footing.
Where there's a will, there's a relative.
We got a close battle as Jury Yu closes in on Seppo. The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown? Fantastic move from Eddie G, who has just gained a position.
You can't argue with results like that. Eddie G is really making their mark on this race.
Every race has its highs and lows. Today, Eddie G acquaints themselves with a new perspective at 7th.
Well, slap my knee and call it a dance. Eddie's taken a lil sidestep there.
It's neck and neck, the closest battle we've seen in a while.
This is what separates the good from the great. The ability to stay focused and perform under pressure.
In the grand chessboard of racing, D-Max appears to have just been checked. Now stationed at 8th.
Yes, but there's still plenty of race left. DMAX needs to stay calm and focused, and make their move when the time is right.
Bloody hell, D-Max just took a quick detour to the outback. Maybe they saw a kangaroo on the track or something.
Well, slap my head and call me silly. DMAX just made a doozy of a blunder.
Raimo Pedersen is on fire in the last sector.
It takes a special kind of driver to perform under pressure like this.
The leader has just finished the race. A fantastic result for Raimo Pedersen. Chris Ilduke end in 10th. Dennis Schramm never gave up. They drove with heart and determination, ultimately securing a well-deserved second-place finish.
Brilliant. Dennis Schramm showed great skill and determination to take second place.
What a race from Mike, showing their skill and determination for a great third-place finish. Fourth is Wayne Pearson. Coming in fifth, we have Megasaurus 55. Taking sixth is Eddie G. Finishing seventh is Roll Postma. Seppo claim 11th. Starting from pole position is a great opportunity for Eddie G to take control of the race. In the second position, we have Megasaurus 55 ready to tackle the race ahead. Wayne Pearson has qualified third. At fourth, we have the one and only Mike O'Hagan. Dennis Schramm is going to be starting from fifth.
I'm sure Dennis Schramm will be expecting to bring home solid points from here.
From the middle of the pack, we have Raimo Pedersen in sixth place on the starting grid. Starting from seventh on the grid is a good position for Roll Postma to launch an attack.
Lining up in the mid-pack.
D-Max is eighth.
Who knows? They could be the dark horse that steals the show.
Our ninth place starter, Puppy Dog from Hell, is a driver who knows how to make up ground on the track.
But don't count them out yet. They've got the skills to pay the bills.
In the middle of the pack, we have Chris Ilduke starting from the 10th position on the grid.
That Alfa Romeo GTAM looks like it has some potential.
Seppo may have a bit of work to do starting from 11th on the grid.
We've seen great results from here. What has Seppo got in store for us?
Starting from 12th on the grid is a decent position for Jerry Yu, all things considered. They're away. First lap's a bit how ya going. It's tighter than a tinny in a koozie. One slip and you might cop a prank.
These opening strides? Well, they're like the first notes of a country ballad. Set the tone right, and the crowd will be singing your praises. Get it wrong, and, well, it's a tough act to follow.
Maybe Megasaurus 55 hit the snooze button one too many times this morning, already losing places at the start.
They say laughter is the best medicine, but I'm not sure it'll help Megasaurus 55 recover from this start. Time to put the pedal to the metal.
The drivers are jockeying for position. Eddie G will be looking to get off to a good start and consolidate their position. Not the start that Eddie G wanted in this race. Seems they have been caught off guard from the get-go. Quiet, steady, reliable. That's Eddie's game today. No drama, just some good old-fashioned racing.
And that's what separates the pros from the rookies. Eddie G knows when to push and when to play it safe. It's a dance, and they've got the rhythm.
It's a great day, and the tarmac's heating up, and these tires are getting a proper workout.
Speaking of which, tire management is such an underrated skill. Knowing when to push hard and when to conserve, it's like a strategic dance out there on the asphalt.
Buckle up, Roll Postma is all over Eddie G like a cheap suit. Are we about to see some wheel-to-wheel action?
Roel Postma is so close to Eddie G that if this were a dance floor, they'd be doing the tango.
It's not coming up roses for Roll Postma. They're trailing Eddie G and the gap's on the rise. They don't seem to have a response. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. As a former driver, Hal, how did you manage the physical demands of racing?
It's all about preparation, Rob. Drivers undergo rigorous fitness training to build their strength, stamina, and flexibility. A proper diet and hydration plan is also essential to ensure peak performance on race day.
The adrenaline is pumping as Wayne Pearson gets within striking distance of Roll Postma in their race for 5th.
Rob, last time I saw Wayne Pearson this riled up, there were sparks flying off the track. Get ready for a showdown.
It's a game of inches now as Jury U tails D-Max closely, ready to capitalize on any mistake.
Now, that's some driving, y'all. Jorg U is putting the pressure on DMAX. It's like watching a cat stalk a bird. They're inching closer with every turn.
Heartbreak for Jury U as they slip down the field.
Hold the horses. Looks like Jorg U's decided to give the rest a fighting chance, slidden down a tad.
I reckon they've had a few secret lessons down under. Jury U's just breezed into 9th. Hold on to your hats, folks. Wayne Pearson is right on the heels of Roll Postma, and we're in for a wild ride. Wayne Pearson's showing off some serious moves, making Roll Postma look like they're dancing with 2 left feet. An impressive showing from Wayne Pearson, who has gained positions and left Roll Postma in the dust. Gee whiz, Raimo Pedersen is breathing down Dennis Schramm's neck. Wouldn't want to be in Dennis Schramm's rearview mirror right now, it's getting crowded.
You know, Rob, I wouldn't put it past Raimo Pedersen to pull a rabbit out of the hat in this duel. Keep those eyes peeled.
Raimo Pedersen has just put in a faster lap than Dennis Schramm, so that's going to give them something to worry about.
Dang nabbit, Raimo Pedersen's bringing some serious thunder with that lap. Wonder if Dennis Schramm felt that tremor.
In your experience, Hal, what was the most challenging aspect of maintaining concentration during a race?
The most challenging aspect, Rob, was managing the various inputs and distractions during the race, from radio communication with the team to monitoring car performance and race strategy.
Breaking update. Oof, Seppo misjudged that corner like I misjudged my last relationship. Too fast, too soon. It's an intense battle for position as Raimo Pedersen tries to outmaneuver Dennis Schramm. This is edge of your seat racing. Raimo Pedersen's been working the tyre temps, and it's paying off. Grip's better than a kangaroo on a trampoline. Watch out, Dennis Schramm. Ever wonder about the unsung heroes of racing? The pit crew. I reckon their job's as hectic as a barman's on a Friday night in Sydney.
No doubt about it. It's like a pitmaster at a barbecue.
Hold that thought. Hold the phone. Oh, mate. That's how the old man used to drive after a couple of bevies at the pub. Not the right line, but definitely entertaining. Whoa there, Mike is sticking to Wayne Pearson like glue. You reckon Wayne Pearson's feeling the pressure? 'Cause I sure would. What a tight spot for O'Hagan. They have Eddie G right on their tail 0.2 seconds away, and Wayne Pearson just inches away with a gap of 0.2 seconds. It's a true test of their racecraft.
No doubt about it, Rob. The gaps to the cars ahead and behind are like a constant reminder for Mike. They need to maintain their pace to defend their position and potentially make a move.
Huge shout out to the admins at Assetto Corsa friends for making this all possible. Without their hard work and dedication, we wouldn't be able to witness this incredible event.
That's right, Rob, and the excitement is palpable. I can feel it in my circuits. I mean, this is the kind of race that people will be talking about in the bar. We're witnessing history in the making.
It's as intense as a Barbie in midsummer out there for Raimo Pedersen. They've got their eyes on the prize and won't settle for second.
Exactly, Rob. It's like aiming for that home run in the bottom of the ninth. Swing for the fences and don't look back.
Things are getting spicy as Wayne Pearson is breathing down Eddie's neck. The gap? Mate, you couldn't slide a credit card between them.
You know what they say, keep your friends close and your racing rivals even closer. Looks like Wayne Pearson is taking that advice to heart today.
It seems like Wayne Pearson is struggling. They are not able to maintain their pace. The strategy plays such a crucial role, doesn't it? Choosing when to pit, what tyre compound to use. It's like a high-speed chess game out there.
Exactly, and to think they're making these decisions on the fly, with so many variables at play. It's a mix of intuition, experience, and sheer guts. Kudos to the team strategists and drivers alike.
Raimo Pedersen is locked in, mate. It's like watching a kangaroo chasing down that last bit of green in the outback. Every move is calculated, every turn precise.
You said it, Rob. Over here, it'd be like a quarterback eyeing that end zone in the final seconds. Raimo Pedersen is hungry for that top spot, and you can feel it.
Fair dinkum, Raimo Pedersen's finding those aerodynamic sweet spots. Could be adjusting that front wing angle to cut through the air like a hot knife through butter. The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this. Wayne Pearson's playing hard to get, eh? If they drop the pace anymore, they'll be in reverse. But crikey, Eddie's just raring to go.
Hold the phone. Wayne Pearson's pace is off. They're like a horse with a hitch in its giddy up, while Eddie's riding high.
Raimo Pedersen's in an exciting position at second. They've been maintaining pace for a few laps now, and with the leader just within a whisper's distance, things are heating up.
Absolutely. I think you would say it's tighter than a kangaroo in a sleeping bag up there. But yeah, every little decision now is crucial. One slip from the leader and our champ in second might just steal that top spot.
Wayne Pearson wants to find a way round Eddie G.
There is no room for error in this battle.
You ever see a croc stalking its prey? That's the energy Raimo Pedersen's bringing right now, ready to strike when the moment's right.
Kinda reminds me of a linebacker waiting for that perfect moment to make a game-changing tackle. The anticipation is intense, and Raimo Pedersen's not letting up.
It's not going to plan for Raimo Pedersen. They are still behind Dennis Schramm and the gap is increasing. I don't think they have an answer for this right now. It's like watching two predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce.
Oi, Rob, wouldn't want to be in DMAX's shoes right now, would y'all? Talk about a pressure cooker situation.
Jury U has got their head down now, working those exits and apexes and setting their best lap time so far with a 1 minute. Good day viewers, if you're just tuning in, you've picked a ripper of a moment. Raimo Pedersen is in second and they're tailgating the leader. This is edge of your seat stuff.
You bet, Rob. It's like the leader's got a drop bear in the rearview mirror, lurking, waiting for that perfect moment to drop. Raimo Pedersen is surely smelling opportunity here.
Seems like D-Max is getting in range of Jury U. D-Max is trying their best, but can't seem to find the pace to keep up with Jury U at the moment. Mike is placed fourth at the moment. They are hoping to keep their distance ahead of Eddie G, who is 10.9 seconds behind.
Reckon Eddie's starting to feel a bit like they're out in the outback. They can see the horizon, but it's a long way off. Good on ya, Mike O'Hagan, for keeping that distance.
Here's the thing about racing, sometimes, it's not just about speed. It's about pressure, mind games, and this, right here, is a masterclass from Raimo Pedersen. Sticking so close to the leader, making him constantly aware of the imminent threat.
Spot on. It's like a shark circling its prey. The leader knows it, we know it, and by the looks of it, Raimo Pedersen is ready for the kill.
It seems like Raimo Pedersen is struggling. Their last lap time wasn't as good as Dennis Schramm's.
I reckon Ramo Peterson's fiddling while Rome burns. Dennis Schramm's out there shaking and baking, putting on a show for us.
Stone the Crows. Raimo Pedersen's on fire, surging ahead like there's a free round at the pub waiting. Hello, first.
Man, if racing was a barbecue, Ramo Peterson just threw down the spiciest ribs. Up to first and sizzling.
It's a battle of wills out there, each driver trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the other.
Should things go south between Wayne Pearson and Eddie G, we might witness a high-speed game of bumper cars, but trust me, it's way less fun with real race cars.
Mate, Wayne Pearson's creeping up on Eddie G like a dingo on a picnic. Must have tweaked that brake bias a touch to the rear. Look at that gap. It's smaller than the difference between Vegemite and Marmite at this point. Dennis Schramm in second is giving the leader no room to breathe.
Mate, it's so close, I reckon Dennis Schramm can tell what brand of deodorant the leader's wearing. The next few laps are going to be pure, unadulterated racing magic.
This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit.
You reckon Eddie's sweating bullets yet, Rob? Because I'd be needing a towel by now with Wayne Pearson right behind me.
Bloody ripper. Wayne Pearson's just made Eddie G look like they're on a Sunday drive with that scorcher of a lap. You know, mate, I was chatting with some of the pit crew earlier, and they were debating on which tyre compound to use. Hard as deciding between a meat pie and a sausage roll.
Well, back in my Indy days, the choice was as clear as sweet tea or lemonade. But I reckon, here, with these changing conditions, it's more of a gamble.
It's a close race between D-Max and Jury U in 8th.
If DMAX isn't careful, they might end up turning this high-speed chase into a synchronized spinning routine, and trust me, that's not a crowd pleaser.
Oh, this is getting intense. Wayne Pearson is just behind Eddie G. Struth, Wayne Pearson's lap time's slower than a roux with a limp. Wonder if they've had a few too many frothies last night? Eddie's not waiting around to find out. With a move that's swift, I'd say Dennis Schramm's running on high octane. And maybe a bit of Aussie spirit. Mate, I've always thought choosing a tyre compound is a bit like choosing your favourite Aussie beer. Do you go for something robust that can last, or something that gives a quick hit but might wear out fast?
Haha. Well, I reckon it's more like our North Carolina barbecue sauces. Some like it sweet and long-lasting, others prefer that quick tangy kick. But I'll tell ya, getting it wrong is like biting into a pepper when you're expecting a blueberry.
Hold on to your hats. Wayne Pearson is gunning for roll postma. Reckon we might see some cheeky moves on the next bend?
Remember that time Wayne Pearson made that audacious move on the last lap? Feels like deja vu, doesn't it, Rob?
Fair dinkum, Wayne Pearson is getting a wriggle on. The gap to roll postma is now down to a whisker at 0.1 seconds. So, Hal, considering the high speeds and split-second decision-making involved in racing, what's the impact of even a minor lapse in concentration?
A minor lapse in concentration can have significant consequences, Rob. It could lead to an off-track excursion, a loss of position, or even a collision. That's why it's crucial for drivers to stay focused and alert throughout the race.
Tell ya what, Roll Postma's got more followers right now than I do on Insta. Which, to be fair, isn't saying much. Looks like Roll Postma's letting others have their 15 seconds of fame. Now strolling at 7th.
Yes, but they can't give up. There's still plenty of time left in this race, and Roel Postma needs to stay focused and keep pushing.
The track conditions are looking good here today. The drivers will be able to push the cars to the limit, and it's going to make for some exciting racing. Ever felt like you're being watched? Bet Wayne Pearson's getting that vibe right about now with Roll Postma lurking.
Wayne Pearson needs to get the lead out, Rob, otherwise their backside is gonna look like the Japanese flag come the morning.
No worries for Wayne Pearson, who's leaving Roll Postma for dust, as though they're a parched bloke chasing the beer van.
Wayne Pearson's stronger out there than a bowl of North Carolina chili. They're not giving Roel Postma a sliver of a chance to catch up.
Tell me, mate, ever tried doing a burnout in a ute? It's bloody bonza.
A ute? You guys and your funny names. That's just a pickup, right? Trust me, I've burnt more rubber than you've had shrimp on the barbie.
Alright, hold your horses. Wayne Pearson is really putting the heat on Eddie G. If I were Eddie G, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop.
It's a battle for position as Wayne Pearson tries to make a move on Eddie G. This is what racing is all about.
Hang on to your cork hats, mates, we're about to see more jousting than a footy final between Wayne Pearson and Eddie G.
I reckon Wayne Pearson's dialed in their camber settings. They're getting a much better contact patch on the tires, gaining on Eddie G with every twist and turn.
Blimey, Wayne Pearson's shifted gears and the results are clear. Cruising up to 5th just like that. The action is non-stop as Eddie G shadows Wayne Pearson through every twist and turn, determined to claim 5th.
It's a battle of nerves now. Who will make the first mistake? Eddie G or Wayne Pearson? This is high-stakes racing.
On the final lap now, and Raimo Pedersen looks like they might just wrap up this win.
You got this. Keep your cool.
What a win. This is a historic moment for Raimo Pedersen, who put on a masterclass in driving today. What a display of skill and precision.
What a result for Raimo Pedersen. They'll be absolutely thrilled with that performance, and rightly so. They really put in the work and it's paid off in spades.
What a drive from Dennis Schramm, securing a great second-place finish.
Strong work securing second place. Well done.
What a race from Seppo. They kept their cool and secured a well-earned third place on the podium. Mike O'Hagan and Puppy Dog from Hell in 4th and 11th. 5th sees Wayne Pearson. In 6th, it's Roll Postma. Eddie G end in 7th. Eighth is Jerry U. D-Max take 9th. Taking 10th is Megasaurus 55.